ora, my name is Api Chavala Piongato Pakire. I'm molding you in, and I'm a student at Custom Boys. I'm the age of 17, and I'm here to learn about a career in retail meat.
Api is headed to New Zealand's largest butchery here at Lincoln North PAK'N Safe in Auckland. In the supermarket, retail meat is big business, and there's a very well organised 45 staff in the butchery, all busy ensuring the shelves are full of meticulously presented quality cuts. Introducing Api to the job is Blake Angove.
Api.
Hey.
Blake, formerly a qualified butcher for foodstuff supermarkets, supports all their apprentices through training organisation Competenz.
To be a good butcher, you need to be thick-skinned. You know, it's not a workplace for the faint-hearted. You need to be reasonably strong. You know, you're carrying around carcasses. You're starting early as well. Any time from sort of 4 till sort of 6 is probably the general starting time, but certainly rewarding.
First, Api gets a tour around.
All right, RP, well, this is the butchery.
Oh, yes.
This is the inwards goods area. So what happens is basically all your carcasses, all your chicken boxes, everything comes in through this back door.
Oh, yeah.
So once it's come out of the inwards goods area, then basically it's going to come out onto rails, and this is the prep area. For example, this is the area where they bone beef.
Yep.
Breaking lambs down this area. Basically what the aim is to get the cabinet full before the shop opens.
While many might be cooking their breakfast bacon, a butchery is at its busiest. So it's a good time to see how a well-organised butchery works.
So how do I get started?
How do you get started? Well, there's all sorts of jobs you could be doing.
Yep.
You could be cutting something up like a ribeye, Scotch steak, but unfortunately, this is quite a precious cut, one of the most expensive cuts. So the sort of tasks that you'll be doing to start with would be making mince,
Yep.
filling up the pet food, things like that. They seem a little bit tedious, but the reality is you do have to start at the bottom, just like any career.
Okay, so how much training do you have to take to be able to do a cut like that?
Normally about 3 years on the knives.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like a lot of time, but there's a lot of things to learn. There's 4 main species that we break down in a butchery.
Yeah.
Beef, lamb, pork and chicken.
Okay, so are there any apprentices present here today?
There's one called Jack, actually. Do you want to go meet him?
Yes, please.
Awesome. Jack, how you doing, man?
A job for new apprentices is making some of the value-added products for the gourmet bar. These are chicken mignons, and Jack, who is nearing the end of his apprenticeship, is showing Api what's required.
You make it up as a butterfly looking, see? Now you gotta streak your bacons, the fat side out, yeah, that one. You roll it around it.
Jack hails from Kurdish, Iraq. When he arrived, he had no English, but his good attitude and ability to learn fast has been impressive. He's looking at a very successful career as a butcher.
I never thought I was going to be a butcher till I got a part-time job. I never ever thought I was going to stick around in the butcheries or meat industries. Yeah, I got the offer once I convinced my boss to give me opportunity to be on apprentice.
Okay, so what is it that you like most about being a butcher?
I'm 100% positive what I'm doing, and I'm 100% happier with it. This is something, it's like a challenging. It's all fun and game, but in the meantime, it's a dangerous job. So.
Good knife skills with a big eye on safety is important. Clean and accurate cuts make the product look good, and they also minimise waste.
Yeah, so hygiene's important. What we've got to remember is that what we're preparing is what people are eating. So it's critical. You've got different types of meats in there as well, so we all know the dangers of chicken, so cross-contamination comes into it, but personal hygiene as well. Again, you know, we're handling food that people are going to be consuming, so making sure that we're looking after ourselves in a hygienic way.
Sticking and stacking is a never-ending job.
Okay, so I hear that you've won an award.
Oh yeah, I did a competition called Butcher's Princess of the Year. I won overall.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Also collecting an award was Abigail Lane, who took out the Young Butcher of the Year. Both will be heading to the UK, where New Zealand's Sharp Blacks butchering team have their next competition. It's between the Kiwis, Britain and Australia, and you'll see some of the best knife skills in the world. Well, it's already been a busy morning for Api, and on the dot of 11, the day's delivery arrives. The carcasses head straight from the truck to the near-freezing point chiller.
From a personal point of view, I think the physical side of it is really enjoyable. Also just the camaraderie, working with in a team environment. Most people enjoy a good laugh in there. They work hard, but certainly butchers know how to have a bit of fun. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, so this is a hind quarter of beef, Api.
Yeah.
Okay, So basically that means it's the back of the animal. Okay, so you've got the shin through here, okay? Then you've got the inner leg, which is known as the top side.
Yeah.
Use that for casserole type steaks and what have you. And then your silver side, which is the outside of the leg.
Yeah.
Okay. You then move down into the rump area, which is basically through here. So it's basically like the back side of the animal, the buttocks. Okay. And then you're moving down into your expensive cuts. So you've got things like eye fillet, which you would have heard of, which runs down through the middle of here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your most expensive cut.
Next job, making mince. Naylor, a Pack and Save recent recruit, is showing RP how.
And before you lift it, use your knee
Naylor is hoping to become an apprentice soon.
instead of using your arms to pick it up.
So, what made you want to be a butcher in the first place?
Well, what inspired me was the teamwork and effort that goes into making the meat.
The beef has to be run through the machine 3 times before it's ready for the shelves. That ensures there's a refined and consistent quality.
Customer service is another major part of being a butcher. You're interacting with customers. They expect good service, so you know, certainly being friendly, open and honest with your customer is critical.
For a qualified butcher, what cuts the mustard most is taking a carcass of beef and swiftly and deftly breaking it down into its component parts.
Once you're qualified as a butcher, after you've done your apprenticeship, there's plenty of options. If you're working in a supermarket, for example, you can go into management. There's plenty of butchers that own stores. You could go into tutoring of apprentices. There's all sorts of different career opportunities.
It's been a big day, so is RP sharp enough to be a butcher?
Look at that, RP, eh? Second time, and look at that, pretty awesome. Yes, RP's done exceptionally well. He's got his hands dirty, he's got amongst it. I really wish him well in his future employment. I think he'll be an asset to any team.
Yeah, so in future time, I'd really like to be an apprentice so I can be a butcher and pursue my career and slice up meat like they do.
There are no specific entry requirements, but you need to demonstrate a keen interest in butchery and secure a job with a butcher first. The Level 4 certificate program focuses on the key skills required to work in a retail butchery. You learn on the job together with block course attendants. Competenz manages all New Zealand retail meat apprenticeships. You have to work in a butchery to do an apprenticeship. A growing population means job prospects are good.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.